This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show, episode number 250, a milestone here on the internet, hanging out here at Shimmer Wrestling. My guest this week, Session Moth Martina.
Yeah! What's up?
When I announced that I was coming up to Shimmer this weekend, everyone, I just kept getting text messages. You have to get Martina. You have to get Martina. And I was like, okay. And here you are, as advertised.
I'm about 4 days into the States now, trying all the beer, even though I drink Coors Light at home as well. But 4 days in, absolutely wrecked. I think I've slept about 2 hours in the last 4 days.
Hey, wrestling.
And I don't think I've been sober for more than about 20 minutes. But it's been fun.
So for us Americans, I know you've probably been asked that 100 times.
What is a session moth?
Yes.
Yeah, I get it all the time. It's exactly what it says in the tin. It's me. It's a drinker. It's in Dublin we call girls that go. It's kind of like a joke term in Dublin where it's if you had this girl that always goes to a party, she's always drinking. She's the last to leave. She's a mess. You know, that real one that's just too loud, obnoxious on the dance floor. You wouldn't want to get a fight with her at the end of the club. You know what I mean? Just that girl that's had too much to drink and she just loves it. But she's hungover the next morning. She's in her pajamas. She wants to die. She's just looking for the next party. You know what I mean? It's literally, it's kind of, I don't know what your American kind of equivalent would be, but in Dublin, in town, if you go to Dublin city centre and you go on a night out, and you go to one of the clubs, there'd just be all these girls they're dressed up to the nines and they think they're gorgeous, but they're really just sloppy drunk and falling all over the place, probably getting sick outside, stuff like that, you know what I mean? But they think they're great, they think they're gorgeous, but they're really abrasive too and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if you have that in America, but in your nightclub scenes and stuff, it's kind of just a funny term. There's nothing bad about it. It's a joke. Oh, you're a session moth. It's yeah, I am. I drink all the time. I'm a session moth.
Yeah, I don't really know because I'm not big on the scene, so I really wouldn't know. But
I'm sure America does have their version.
Oh, I'm absolutely.
I mean, people here seem to kind of understand what I'm about. Maybe everyone in America is a session moth themselves.
Now, what do you have to say to folks who is it a gimmick for the internet? Is it a gimmick for the Twitter?
I haven't slept in 4 days. I've been drinking pretty much every day. No. I mean, even on Twitter and stuff like that, I wish this was a gimmick because people think people think that the whole me being a little bit stupid is a gimmick and it's a work and stuff, and I think my friends, wrestler friends, have kind of proven that it's not, and they're because all the fans are kind of oh no, she can't be that stupid. I hate the fact that this isn't true, but we just be chilling and chatting, and I end up saying just talking about usual general knowledge stuff. I say something stupid, and then they go and tweet it so the whole frickin' world knows about it. And I wish that part was a gimmick, but unfortunately not. I think it is.
You did ask a good question about kangaroos.
No, that's not how it happened, right?
I saw that tweet. And I was like, that's a good question.
Last night we were talking because I'm going to Australia soon. So obviously I was talking to Australian girls here, and we're just having a chat, and they tell me how big Australia is. I never knew that there's parts of it that people couldn't live in. And then they were like, do you know that there is more kangaroos than there are people? That's all they said, and I was I just went what? That can't be possible. And they're like, yeah, I swear. And I was in the world. It was just off the tongue, and then they all just went I was no, I didn't mean that. And then they started calling them roos, and I was what's a roo? And they burst out laughing again. And I was we were just talking. I was didn't know your slang for kangaroo was roo. Leave it out, lads. But they just pick on me, I think. They think they make me try to sound stupid. But I think they're legitimate questions. Not everybody would know that there could be more kangaroos in the world. We don't know. There's parts of the world unknown yet.
Right. I mean, they have weird slang down there too. They have bikers. down in Australia called bikies. Bikies.
I mean, I probably...
Bikey.
It's a bit strange,
Go
but...
get your other bikies. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think biker's cooler.
That doesn't sound too tough.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, so we'll stop shitting on them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so is this your first...
I got way to go to Australia, though.
yeah. We'll work. We won't blow everything before you get there. So anyway, this your first time in the States then?
No, I came for WrestleMania week last year.
Okay.
In NOLA, which was great, but I didn't have as much then. I think that was my first time in America, obviously, and like a few people in America had obviously like heard of me through like Twitter and stuff, and I watched a few of my matches or whatever, kind of got what I was about. So I did. I went over with Fight Club Pro from the UK as part of their tour, did their show. I did Beyond Wrestling, and I did Joey Janela's Spring Break. So I think Spring Break got me like quite good exposure because obviously it's kind of one of the biggest indie shows.
They're insane.
They're so cool. I remember it was like 4 a.m. and like which is like 10 a.m. the next day my time. It was ridiculous, but like it was really fun. So ever since that, I kind of got like a lot more American exposure, and then I came over to LA on New Year's Eve for Joey Ryan's promotion.
Okay.
So then obviously like I knew Mania was coming up again, so I knew I was coming over for WrestleMania week, and just like then fucking Shimmer and Rise got onto me, and AIW got onto me, and so they decided to make it like a tour. And now this year compared to last year, my Mania week is like packed out, which is like sick. It's overwhelming. And it's so overwhelming.
And it's in New York. Now you've been in Chicago for 4 days now. You said you slept like 2 hours. New York is the city that doesn't sleep.
Yeah, which is perfect for me. So I'm hoping I get an hour sleep before I get to New York, at least. Just give me a cat nap on the way, because I've been saying it to my friends back at home. I was like, I was like, oh, I reckon I'll get sleep at like Chicago and here and there. Like it'll still be like a bit mad and partying, but like not as hectic as New York is going to be. Guarantee once Wednesday hit, I'm just not going to sleep until I go home on Monday.
Are you going to be able to, is there any time set in for like sightseeing to be like a typical tourist? Or?
I looked at my schedule looking for that because I want to be a typical tourist. I will get to see Chicago on like Monday and Tuesday here, so that's pretty cool. I'll see something then. If not, catch up on a bit of sleep, maybe, who knows, before New York happens. I think when it comes to the WrestleMania week, if I don't sleep in the morning, I could fit some sightseeing in like in the mornings before I have to get to shows. But I'll drink every night because all my friends are there. Everybody's gonna be there. The fans are gonna be great. Like it's gonna be unreal.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah. So I'll sleep when I'm dead, man.
So a thing we like to do here on the Milo Beasley Show is called the Top 5. We're asking you a random question.
Oh, I'm bad at questions. This is what I was just saying. I'm an idiot. As long as it's not geography.
So you recently you were recently in Japan, right?
This sounds like it's going to be geography.
It's not Japan. It's not. And you recently got to fulfill a lifelong quest of grinding on Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yes, I did. We did that in Ireland.
Oh, you actually did that in Ireland?
So he was we had a show in Ireland like 2 weeks ago. So Justin Thunder Liger came over here. He was great. I grinded on Suzuki in Japan.
All right, so the question is, WrestleMania weekend is a who's who
of who to grind.
Right.
Man, it's
top 5 wrestlers
to grind on Mania week.
Yep.
So I actually have been thinking about this, and I've been planning out this list.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I have 5 because there's just so much going on. But so I have a mission to grind on the Iron Sheik.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if he's everybody's cup of tea, but he has been one of my the funniest wrestlers to me since forever. I love the Iron Sheik. I watch his Howard Stern videos all the time. He's my favorite. He's doing a signing there. I have no idea when it is, but I'm going to try and find him because to me, it might not be everyone else's holy grail of who to grind on, but to me, just as from when I was a young wrestler, that's big to me. So if I meet the Iron Sheik, I'll freak. To me, that's kind of the top. To me personally, that's the top, but they've got others. So yeah, Iron Sheik, David Arquette.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one that I've had my eyes on.
He was here at Rise last.
Yeah, I know,
time,
and I missed him. Fuck's sake. Sorry, I don't know if I'm cursing.
Oh, just kidding. Listen, I'm not getting the sign, whatever.
Me neither.
I mean, not for lack of trying, but
I curse all the time. So David Arquette, just because I think I put a tweet up ages ago, once he's started getting proper on the indie scene, I was like, well, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. So I'm sure it will, because I think we're at a few shows in New York. After that, that's the thing. I kind of want to know who does everyone else think I should grind on? Because I'm kind of drawing a blank. Like, I've grinded on Low-Ki, I've grinded on Suzuki. John Cena is obviously, but I think he's unattainable. If I could, I would.
To grind on? Or
yeah,
like,
no, just
to get near.
Just to get near, especially WrestleMania week.
Somebody like a Ken Shamrock, who is like
Oh,
who seems
man.
super serious, like, you know,
yeah.
like
Someone like
but
that.
still, like his
Steve
body is
Blackman.
like rock hard.
Steve Blackman.
Right.
Yeah, he'd be another good one.
Yeah. So somebody.
We had Hurricane Helms at that OTT show
Okay.
2 weeks ago as well. Because I was just so focused on Liger, I had my like eyes set on the prize that I didn't get a chance to get one with Hurricane Helms / Green Arrow. I got Pac a little while ago. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Like, I want to know what other people think. Who should I go after? Who should I grind on? But like David Arquette, Iron Sheik for me personally. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I have to find him, and I'm sure like if I end up going to spring break, I'll just find hundreds of thousands of people because it's got everyone under the sun's probably going to be there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't grind on the Invisible Man because
excuse me.
He died.
Don't speak about my ex-lover like that.
Oh.
Do you know how many children of mine he fathers?
I don't.
We were in a passionate relationship. A passionate relationship.
I should have done my research.
He's like John Cena. I just never saw him. I'm so funny, guys. Definitely drunk.
All right, so you're Chicago, New York, and then after that, you said heading down to Australia.
Yeah. I'll be back in America. I'm coming back to America in doing like a tour of Texas in May.
Oh, okay.
As well. So I'm going to, in May, I'll go to Australia for a week, which most of that week is actually taken up with travel, because it takes forever to get there. So I'll do that, and then I think I come home for a week, and then I go to Texas for a week.
Oh.
So that'll be pretty cool. I don't even know where half of my shows are. I just took the week, blah blah. And then I have a feeling I'll be back in America for something else, which I'm not going to say yet. But it's pretty crazy.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So yeah, I said at the start of the year I was going to take over America, and
then
I'm doing it.
October here, is Rise and.
Fingers crossed. I hope so. It was always a huge thing for me, even before Moth Martina. Like Shimmer is obviously, it's kind of like the holy grail of women's wrestling to get to. So it's a big deal. Becky Lynch actually messaged me 2 years ago saying she really wanted to get me on Shimmer. So being here now is really cool.
What's really cool is the evolution of a company like Eve.
Yeah.
Those are
Eve
really
as well,
taking off.
For me, back when I was first wrestling, looking at Eve in the UK as well, I remember sending a message to them in my first year, trying to get on the show. And then 6 years later, when I started doing Martina, they approached me to come do it. It was such a dream come true, you know what I mean? It's just these little things in your life that you look back on when you think when you first heard of these promotions, you first looked at these promotions, and then you find yourself on them.
Absolutely.
It's so overwhelming. I got that, I obviously am here at Shimmer, which is to me insane. For years, been watching it, Eve, it happened, even I remember 3 years ago sitting there watching everyone tweeting about Joey Janela's spring break, and I was just sitting at home, and I think I had the worst Mania night in my life. I did just a shitty show somewhere, and I was just watched it, and I fell asleep in a taxi because I had a 6 a.m. flight, and I was like, oh. And then a year later I'm at Mania, and I did spring break, and so little things like that, I always just try to just add things up, just to remind yourself how far you've come, and just you're so grateful. It just makes life better when you kind of realize fuck, this is so cool, man. This is the best life ever. And I get to drink while doing it.
So before we wrap up, where can folks find you on the social medias?
I don't even know all my shit. At Moth from the Flats on Twitter, at Moth Martina on Instagram. Facebook is Moth Martina. Don't call me Karen either. I'm getting sick of that now. Everyone's like, Karen. I was watching back a video, and they were of one of my matches, and they're cheering me on. You'd hear Martina, Karen. The real name stuff, man, killing me.
And if you don't already follow me, please do so at The Wrestling Bum on all the socials, and on the YouTube. We're on there, The Milo Beasley Show. Check out our previous 249 episodes. Again, huge milestone here, 5 years in the making. Incredible. So thank you for watching. Anything else before we leave and go watch some more wrestling?
No, I'm just going to go watch some wrestling, get me some more beer. You said something, you promised me beer.
So behind this door, so I actually had to move because they were there. So behind this locked door is it's not just the beer, but all the alcohol. the jack, well, this isn't gonna go well.
Let me in!
It's the internet. It's on the YouTubes.
Can I do things like this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting signed, and you're retiring, so we can do whatever we want,
Just
right?
suck it. Take that.